And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to Jumping to Crypto, episode 1057. Woo, JRE, we coming for you. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, 2023, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish, of today's top stories, Bitcoin B logo lights up Germany's tallest building in Berlin. Uniswap holders propose ditching Ethereum for BNB chain to deploy version 3 protocol. Wormhole Hacker moves $155 million in biggest shift of stolen funds in months. NFT Court Orders could become a norm in crypto-related litigation, says lawyers. And BlockFi to sell $160 million in Bitcoin miner-backed loans. That's right, you heard it right. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin sitting at $22,872, up almost 1% today. Ethereum at 1,615, up 0.4% on the day. Binance Coin at 314, up 3.7% today. XRP sitting at 42 cents is up 0.93% today. Cardano at 37 cents is up 0.13% after that outage and that we discussed yesterday. Dogecoin at 8 cents is up 1.08% today. And Solana at number 10 to round out the top 10 is at 24.31, up 1.11% for today. And some of the trending coins include Aptos, Taboo Token, and Hyperchain X. Oh, yeah. And some of the recently added coins include Hilo, Base Jumper, and Tupon. So for the DGens that want to dumpster dive, there you go.
There it is. Really quick, some shout outs going on. Zyro, BK Crypto, No Cap Goodness. Antonio, what's going on? Memories with Mike. Good morning. BK Born, Bedside Race, Tech, Sergeant Crypto, Our Project Experience. What's going on? Reno Gamble. Good morning. Good morning. Lisa Lee. Hey, Breezing. Good morning. Everyone is in the house. Make sure you're checking out Stacked as well. They've been killing it. Of course, keeping us up to date with Bitcoin. So make sure you check out Breezing and those guys over there. Top story of the day, Bitcoin B logo lights up Germany's tallest building in Berlin. That is right. Listen, at this point, I don't understand how people really have heard about it. And they're just like, whatever. It's just Apple, it's just Amazon. Listen, bro, no one's going to buy books online, okay? No one's doing it. No one's buying books online. It's kind of weird. No one's ordering shit online, all right? I like going to the store. I like going to the mall with my family, all right? That's right. Berliners, or as it's saying, Berliners, could see the Bitcoin B projected onto the Berliner. Is it the Berliner or the Berliner? I don't know. Berliner Fürstenturm Tower on January 21st. You have it down packed as far as the enunciation. So what's going on with this story?
Oh, man. So the Bitcoin logo lit up the night sky in Berlin this weekend, adorning Germany's tallest building with a giant orange bee. And if you look at the picture, it looks sort of like the Batman logo going up in the sky. Bitcoin coming to save Berlin and the rest of the world as well. German Bitcoiners took to Twitter and social media to share photos and videos of the illumination, and then was shared by prominent Bitcoin Twitter accounts. The man behind the bee is a German Bitcoiner called Tilo. He told Cointelegraph why the idea came to him. He says, "We just want to call attention to Bitcoin. We're fans of guerrilla actions like this, and we'll keep on track." And that's the thing about Bitcoin. It doesn't have a marketing team. There is no marketing team for Bitcoin. So essentially, everybody becomes the marketing team. It's an amazing view into game theory. You see other coins, they have a marketing department or they have people who focus on marketing. With Bitcoin, since everybody who uses it wants other people to use it, they do the marketing for them. So not only do you have a million people who have Bitcoin, you have millions of people who market it, and people like Tilo definitely have added to that by adding this Bitcoin B on the tallest building in Germany. Believe you me, logos, themes, signs, all this stuff works. If not in your conscious, at least in your subconscious. That's why you see commercials with the same companies, even though they're worth billions, they got to keep it on your mind. So that's the good thing about seeing this Bitcoin logo everywhere.
Yeah, this is pretty cool that they're putting it on buildings. And the cool thing about the way they're putting it on buildings is they're just using light. So there isn't any they're not damn building. You can't go to jail for it. They're not, spray painting it. Is none of that. They're literally is like, you know what? And again, that shows you why Bitcoin is superior. Is it superior technology? Why? Because clearly there are superior thinkers behind it. They're like, look, we're not gonna damage your building. We'll just put the bat signal on it. All right. We'll just throw some lights on that bad boy at night, every night, and we'll just use it for free advertising. Now stop us. Like, I can't wait to see government buildings start saying, like, having law. If you shine lights onto the buildings at night, you could be fined. So, like, I'm telling you, that's what's going to come of this. It's going to be hilarious too. Yeah. It looks like it wasn't the first time Tilo actually tried to do it. He tried it last year, but as he said, the Beamer was too weak. He's actually the CEO of an agency that will host the Best of Blockchain conference this year. So great marketing for him. This would be a conference just off the strength of him doing this. I would actually attend that conference. I would say, oh, okay, this y'all must be talking about something interesting here. We making move. Hey, at the end of the day, even if you're not talking about anything novel, at least let me get my envelope. I'm not in the first rule of Fight Club is I'm not in the club. Let me get my envelope and my homework assignment and go out there and go do some. So either way, this is pretty cool. And he's again done this a few different times. Here's the Bitcoin B on the wall. You could tell he was just kind of trying to test the gear out, make sure this is right before he did something as big as what he ended up doing. But I think we're going to see more of this. I think we'll see this in different countries. This will be, as you mentioned, the bat signal when banks and governments are doing dirty stuff. I can see on a random middle of the night on like the whatever building of the people who's doing the nonsense is just being the big B flashed on it to wake people up. So that's pretty cool to see.
I wish they would have had it in Davos, shined it on the light.
Ooh, that would be smooth.
That would have been smooth, but yeah, Davos, it was locking everything down. You could barely get in there as a journalist.
No, Davos needs to have a and another thing I saw on the show, somebody said it too, but yeah, everybody's saying that that's the reason why Bitcoin's pumping right now is literally just because of Davos. That's actually a good point. That could be the reason why Bitcoin got the pump. But they should have put, like, I don't know what's the green energy sign. I don't know what that sign is, but they need to put that on all the planes entering Davos. It's like, oh, energy efficient. Oh, energy efficient. Oh, there's another energy efficient guy. Yeah.
Well, I think there's some miners who are about to start adopting the green B logo because they're using renewable energy. So if they use renewable energy, they're about to start putting the green B logo. After talking to some miners, that's gonna be the new rebrand. It's like, oh, you want green energy?
Exactly. I'm not cool with it. I'm not. People, stop trying to change it. Here's my thing. Here is my thing. Make them use it as is before they change it, at least. Because what they're basically doing is like, it's like walking up to an organization and not even spending a day at the organization. Like, let's just do it different. It's like, but you haven't even entered the building. You haven't met anybody. You haven't talked to anybody about why we do things now. You haven't talked to anybody about why it's orange yet. No, I got it. But I don't like it. Like, bro, these are people who literally have never entered the ecosystem, essentially forcing miners to turn shit green. And as much as I love miners, and I think they're going out on a limb by even mining Bitcoin, and it is novel, let's be honest, it's not like miners equate to being warriors. They're into tech. They're sitting behind a computer all day. Not every miner out there is going to be a warrior. I know some are not. Don't get it twisted. I know some of them keep that shotgun right next to that laptop and that server. I know.
I met some from Montana and from Colorado.
Right, the Montana, them boys. Hey,
boys ain't playing. Kentucky,
I like them. I like them boys. I like all them boys.
They call them Appalachian Afghans in Kentucky.
There we go. I like them boys. But I'm not talking about them. Some of them don't wear masks. I'm talking about the ones who's going to wear the mask and who's going to rebrand Bitcoin green. Like, those are the ones I'm talking about. We need less of that. We need more of the miners saying, like, who are you again? Oh, you just entered the space, noob? Come talk to me in 3 years and maybe we'll talk about this. Like, or here's maybe even more novel idea. Let's do what Bitcoin's designed for. Put it up as a BIP. Boom. There it is. Put it up as a BIP. If its consensus is reached and people agree and we want green, they'll go green overnight. If consensus is not reached, there will be another fork Bitcoin, which will be green for some reason that no one knows what the fuck it is. But good luck with that.
Bitcoin gold, Bitcoin diamond, Bitcoin green.
Yeah, you won't be nothing else but yeah. You think this is the first time we saw this before?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. In other news, another project that I guess wants to go down the wrong side of the road. Uniswap holders propose ditching Ethereum. Woo! Friday, hey, FBF, call in Ethereum, folks. Uniswap holders propose ditching Ethereum for BNB chain to deploy version 3 protocol. That's right. 80% of Uni holders voted to support the deployment of the Uniswap protocol's version 3 to BNB chain, while the remaining voters voted against the move. It looks like a temperature check. Oh, people, you can't tell me they're not counting us. Oh my God. Bro. When come on, we stopping this.
Who
You
talk
can't
about
say,
temperature checks?
come on, man, ever public, like, come on, in finance, people. When have you heard somebody talking about a temperature check in finance and putting pressure on a motherfucker? Like, come on, can you at least give us a shout out? Is all I ask, bro. Like, at least give us and they even put it in quote.
Quote, temperature check.
Because we didn't
That
say this. We don't
no,
know
no,
what this
no.
means, but we know, bro. I mean, people, this is what we talk about. It's literally a day or two later after we literally just said it on the show. If you all actually understood how many, when we first started saying gang gang, they threw gang gang on there one day. Have never seen
Yeah.
that on Cointelegraph before until we said it. People,
Yeah.
if you all don't think that's not like, come on. I mean, come on. Come on. Come
They gotta be
on.
watching. That means they're watching right now. Welcome.
It's like, I can't, of
Subscribe.
course we can't prove it. All we ask is for a shout out for Cointelegraph. If you see us, come on, man. Don't do us like this. We need y'all help just as much you want ours. All right. Give us a shout out. We all can work in harmony, but this is some bullshit. All right. This is about 9th or 10th time we've said something on the show, and 48 hours later it's been in the headlines. Like, come on, man. It's one thing too. It's different if people at Cointelegraph it's different if they spoke like this already. And then it would be like, oh, that's probably so and so over there. That's probably, that's probably Brandon. He talk like that. That's probably Kim. She talks like that. But instead, it's like, no, come on, bro. Anyway, we're gonna keep going with this story. It's just super hilarious.
I mean, if we listed all the things that they copy, we probably we got to start getting we got to get patents like Reggie on this. Because I mean, fuck Bitcoin Fridays, and all of a sudden people start having debates. And then we did Dino of the Day. All of a sudden people talking about dinosaurs. Temperature check. No keys,
Come
no
on.
cheese. How many different things can we come up with? Everybody tries to take it.
This is crazy. I love it. But anyway, a temperature check. Oh man, I can't believe I even wrote it. Who's the artist? Who's the writer? Come on, Ezra. Ezra talking about temperature checks on people. Come on, Ezra. Ezra, you ain't never. Yeah, come on, man. You don't know nothing about no temp check, baby. Stop it. All right, temperature check proposal to deploy Uniswap version 3 protocol to BNB chain received overwhelming support from the Uniswap community on its governance forum. 80% of voters holding Uniswap's Uni governance token have voted in favor of deploying the third version of the decentralized exchange protocol on BNB chain, a rival of the Ethereum network. In the proposal posted on January 19th, Ilya Maximenko, CEO of the decentralized finance protocol Plasma Finance, argued why the Uniswap version 3 protocol should be deployed to BNB chain, writing, "We believe this is the right moment for Uniswap to deploy on BNB POS chain, proof of stake, for many reasons. One of them is license expiration." After the discussion on the governance forum, the Uniswap community conducted a temperature check poll to see if the community approved the idea. 80% of votes were in favor of deployment, while the remaining 20 were against it. What else can you tell us about this, and what does she mean by the license expiration, and why they're actually swapping this? So,
oh yeah, so I guess the license expiration is speaking of is based on Uniswap's actual token that they're using. I'm not sure. I would have to check and see exactly what they're talking about. But the blockchain software Consensus supported the move. According to Cameron O'Donnell, DAO governance strategist at Consensus, the firm views the brand of the protocol as standalone and not beholden to any particular chain, despite centralization concerns. Well, centralization is definitely a concern on Binance chain because you know who runs it. It's not a DeFi chain whatsoever. You know who runs it. Binance. It's CZ's chain. And of course, like we were talking about before the show, you get what you pay for. And Binance, it may be a little cheaper. It seems like they may want to move it, not just because of the licenses. That's what they may say. But it's probably going to be cheaper fees and easy for people to develop on it. So that is why you may see it. On top of the fact that it's Uniswap, so if they do move to Binance chain, that actually brings more people over to Binance and gives it a little bit more clout, so to say. So if you're starting to see big projects move off of Ethereum, that may be sort of the catalyst for others to do it. So I can see why, but at the same time, this is how DAO governance works. 80% vote for it. This was a temperature check, as they said, but everybody votes with their nodes. So if the nodes if they voted and they went against it, then there wouldn't be any migration. So we'll see exactly if they do it. I just don't think Binance is a good move. I don't like Binance's chain at all. It's literally, to me, it's just a dumping ground for terrible projects. So hopefully they stick with Ethereum, but we'll see.
Yeah. And then one of the things about that too, we want to remind people, this is, as it says here, the first of three votes. So they have to do this three different times. So it may not go through, but the first time it went through. I'm with Bitcoin Zay. They're saying they want to be agnostic, as they're saying here, to better serve all users. They don't want to be just tied to one chain. But at the end of the day, wherever you upgrade that version to, unless it's upgraded everywhere, then you are kind of like you still are being centralized on a chain, because now you just be centralized on BNB and Ethereum. You want to look at it both ways with version 2, and then you'll leave out the rest of the chain. So technically you still are, but I get what you're attempting to say. I'm with you. I think they're trying to save money, as most people, but like you said, this cheap way might not be the best. BNB chain is rife with scams and stuff. As every new tech thing that happens, right? Is rife with it. But yeah, I don't know. For something like Uniswap that already has been moving in the way it's been moving, and it does have community, it's done a really good job and everything. This is a very risky move, because things have already, like, so much have been going wrong with BNB. All you need is the next door neighbor to get broken into, and people are not going to think about the next door neighbor. I'm like, didn't Uniswap move over there? Like, BNB chain gets hit for another 200 million. No one's going to say, what's this random off project on BNB chain that got hit for 200 million? They're going to be like, whoa, I think my cousin Uniswap just moved to that neighborhood. Are they okay? It's like, no, not for long. So that's the thing I'm worried about with Uniswap going over to BNB. But we'll see what happens as well. And other DeFi news, I guess, Wormhole Hackers in the news as they move $155 million in biggest shift of stolen funds in months. What's going on with this story here?
So blockchain transaction history showed that this wormhole hacker transferred the funds onto a DEX and then went on to cycle funds around current DeFi protocols. I thought it was called DeFi, people. It's very CDFI, sounds like. But the hacker behind the $321 million wormhole bridge attack has shifted a large chunk of stolen funds, with transaction data showing that 155 million worth of Ether was transferred to a decentralized exchange on January 23rd. The wormhole hack was the third largest crypto hack in 2022. After the protocol's token bridge suffered an exploit, they lost about 120,000 wrapped ETH, which was worth about $321 million. So that's the thing about the blockchain, is transparency. You can see where it's moving. I'm not sure why they didn't move it to a mixer like Tornado. That's kind of weird. Or maybe they just didn't realize that you can still track it through decentralized exchanges. Actually, as it says here, crypto community members such as Spreakaway also highlighted that the hacker went on to conduct a slew of odd-looking transactions. I mean, if they stole 300 and something million, they're gonna find some creative ways to try and move that money. So, yeah, this is of course the biggest hack in I believe the biggest in decentralized DEX history, other than Ronin. I think Ronin was the biggest one.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course they're gonna find some creative ways to move that money.
And then this is the BS. Notably, the Wormhole team has taken the opportunity to once again offer the hacker a bounty of $10 million so they return all the funds. People, too low.
Yeah,
too low. That's
million.
like,
I need 50 at least.
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro? Yes, I would say yes. That is fair. Mm-hmm. As unfair as that is fair. At least 50 million. You talking about he got what, 300?
Mm-hmm.
He got 350, at least 150. Yeah, come on. Come on, people. Come on. Listen, you're starving. You find a wallet with $321, and the owner starts screaming out, if anyone found my wallet, I'll give you $10. Bro,
yeah, come on.
I would at least give them 50 to 100. I understand that's a big hit. That's almost 30%. It's almost a third. It's a huge hit. I get it. But would you rather lose 30% or 100%? Because right now this team is acting like they don't want that. 10 million, motherfucker. 10. I hacked the 10 million 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Like, I'll take another 10 million before I get
it. Yeah, exactly. So you trying my expertise. You're saying I can steal 300 and something million, but I can't double back somebody for 10? Is that what you're telling me?
Get out of
That's
here.
Disrespectful.
And the thing is, it makes no sense, because if you give him 50 million and he gives you back 320, you still up. Like, it doesn't compute to me, because it's like, all right, like you just said, would you rather lose 30% or all of it? I mean, this transaction makes no sense. If I was a hacker, I'd be dying laughing. I would send back a message. It needs to be at least 50 million. Matter of fact, I would be pissed off because they sent 10 million. I'm like, you know what? It needs to be 100. How about that?
Yeah.
Send me
Yeah. In fact,
$100 million
yeah.
and we can talk.
I'll be like, you know what? I'll be like, since you said 10, add a zero. Since you want to be funny and shit, you
Yeah,
could have
exactly.
came out and said 25, and I might have met you at 45. But instead, you want to be goofy. You want to start negotiations low. Think I'm gonna text you all day so y'all can trace me back. No, you getting one message from Proton Mail, and it's gonna say 50 or nothing. It's gonna have a
Exactly.
Bitcoin address.
I'm adding a
Seriously.
zero for every time y'all try to send me the endorsement offer. Popping a bullet. It's a zero every time. Where the
Denzel
rocks at?
Washington.
Yeah, exactly. Where the rocks at?
It's another million. Hey, you want to go for 50 million? You want to go for 50? All right. Listen, and believe me, people, we're not for people doing bad stuff. We're not for hackers and none of that. We're for the right thing, but also we're for smart business. That just is not smart business. Again, that's what I forgot what other protocol tried to do. It was like a $2 billion+ protocol, and they're like, yeah, we're offering. I think it was like less than $1 million for a bug bounty. I'm like, bro,
Oh
y'all
yeah,
worked a couple.
that was the
Was that
government. That was the
was that the
government when
government?
there was $600,000 to crack Monero's
Oh, well,
private
that's
key.
yeah. It was a bug bounty too, but yeah, I remember the Marino one. They did it. Yeah,
Are you
all that
serious?
stuff. It's like y'all numbers are off. These numbers are way off. So,
Lowballing it.
I mean that when I read stuff like that, it makes me almost want to say, was this an inside attack? Because why else would you?
Exactly.
Let's give them something we know they won't accept. Like I don't know. Other news though, that's a pretty funny story. Other news, we got to talk NFTs. The day is finally coming. You all really thought y'all was gonna have these NFTs and nothing else was gonna come of it, huh? $100,000 NFTs and government was gonna just go a different direction. There would be no other markets made. You guys are crazy. You know this had to create new markets. NFT court orders could become a norm in crypto-related litigation, says lawyers. We saw the meme for this a year or two ago now, where essentially people were in divorce court, and on the floor were all the different memes to see which like who got them.
Yeah.
So this seems to be reminiscent of that. What's going on with this NFT story, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh yeah. So the NFTs, as they say here, are becoming an increasingly popular solution for serving defendants in blockchain-based crimes that would otherwise be unreachable. The last year has seen an increase in litigation delivered over NFTs in cases where those accused of blockchain crime were uncontactable through traditional methods of communication. So hold on. So what you're telling me is they're finding people who you can't get in contact with, and they're giving them free NFTs. They're accepting it, and then they're slapping them with a subpoena. That's some gangster shit. If they, I mean, people do creative ways to hit you with that subpoena, but that's some gangster shit. In November, the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida granted U.S. law firm the Crypto Lawyers request for its client to serve a defendant via NFT. While the defendant's identity was unknown, the plaintiff accused the defendant of stealing cryptocurrency worth
There you
$958,648.41.
go.
They got it down to the penny. It was like, we want every penny back. And then, of course, after the plaintiff presented a declaration from a crypto investigator to the court confirming the stolen cryptocurrency transactions, the judge accepted the request to serve this defendant via NFT, and it was deemed a reasonably calculated way to give notice. So, crypto lawyers are starting to serve people via NFTs. That's going to be hilarious. It's not
Bro,
just
that's
going to be. I
crazy.
mean, that's wild. I mean, the needle has moved, people. Your NFTs could be a subpoena. Somebody giving you a free NFT, they could be the feds now. Oh man, this looks like this is not going away either.
Wow. I'm like, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. Because I saw the headline today. I didn't even look at the article. So I'm processing a lot of this stuff right now. That's why I keep scrolling back up. I'm rereading it. I mean, this is going to get. What happens if they're 12 years old? Like, what happens if it's an NFT attached to a bad actor? They know is attached to them and everything. Let's say it's worth $15,000. Hey, today's on sale for $350. Now, if you from anywhere, you already know that shit probably hot. Hey, bro, why you trying to sell me this gun for $200, man? What's wrong with this? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Then what's really wrong with it? Like, I don't even want to touch that bad boy, right?
A lot of stuff
That
wrong with
that has these signs on it where it's like, yeah, man, I'll give you my NFT for $500. It's like, but man, this is super rare X294, man. This thing is worth 10,000. Yeah, but for you, my friend, it's 500. A couple months later, you got the feds knocking down your door talking about some. All we know is whoever owned this motherfucker owes some money.
Exactly. I mean,
So,
what's going to happen if somebody gets an NFT subpoena and they get quote unquote hacked, and then somebody
right.
steals all the NFTs? I mean,
Yeah,
what
that's
happens then?
true.
Like, does that person have to go to court? I mean, and of course, if the person is unknown and unreachable, whoever has the NFT is the one who has to go. I mean, what happens if the NFT ends up in somebody else's wallet? I mean, that's gonna be weird. But yeah, I'm sure if they're doing this to give people subpoenas, you're definitely going to see more people try this. But you're also going to see some people get hacked for these NFTs and then not show up in court. So
Yeah, and you can see here they explain that summoning an unknown identity through the NFT is done by transferring the NFT into the defendant's blockchain wallet address where the stolen assets are held. Again, I get what you're saying from a digital, from tracing it from a digital point of view, but from like just a regular legal point of view, like I mean, come on, people. I'm just off the top of my head spitballing. I can get somebody up out of this. Like, you don't know who's using that node, who's using that server, who logged in when, who actually, we don't know if this was a framing attack where somebody, like a dust attack where somebody made it look like the stolen shit went. Like, there's so many questions you have to ask about this. But I would say they're on to a good start. I get what they're trying to do. They're saying, hey, if we can find the pools of where stolen crypto and stolen NFTs are held, all we have to do is transfer our own, essentially. Like, essentially, when somebody's stealing money or robbing a bank, as long as we can put some traceable funds in there, the ones we know the serial numbers on, then we can always go back and be like, this is how we know you stole from this bank. That's what they're essentially trying to do. I think they're explaining it way more simpler than what is actually going to be on the technical side of the house. So I don't know if this was actually work out, but it'll be interesting to see. And then even if that NFT does reach that wallet address where those stolen assets are held, what's going to happen when you find out that wallet address is located in fucking North Korea or something? Like, what?
You got to extradite them now? Yeah, like
what? Yeah, what happens then? Like, again, this is why I say our government and our government and some of the professionals that are moving over, they're not ready yet, because like they keep looking at this from, this is American, this is ours, we can do this is a UK or Australian. It's like, no, this includes Iran, Syria, America, South America, Canada, Mexico, North Korea, China. It includes everybody. So for them to keep like NFT court orders sounds great for American citizens or citizens of these allied countries for the most part. So I get it. We'll see. I think it is a novel approach, but we'll see, right?
We got to remember this date, Tuesday, January 24th, NFT court orders. When people start getting slapped with NFT court orders, that's when it's going to be. That's real. It's crazy time.
One thing I forgot, I just wanted to bring this up. When we were looking at this Uniswap article, people, the one thing I did want to mention is, you remember at the end, they said they were doing 1 of 3 votes to decide if Uniswap was going to go to BNB. I just want to mention that that's what we're talking about, Bitcoin with the Bitcoin B. Same thing can happen. Users can vote the same way to have a green B or orange B, but instead, we know we wouldn't want that. That's actually consensus. We just want to tell everybody and bully them and force them into doing it. But I just had to mention that. All right, last but not least, BlockFi is in the news. People, derivatives on top of derivatives. Actually, shout out to BlockFi for creating new derivatives in the market we didn't know we had. BlockFi to sell $160 million in Bitcoin miner-backed loans. That is right. The deadline for bidders to submit offers is actually today for the Bitcoin machine-backed loans. That's right. And after Bitcoin machine-backed loans, after BlockFi sell those out, they'll be selling hardwood, or I guess it's not hardwood. What is it called? They'll be selling dry wood walls with paint on them as well. They'll be selling loans backed by walls in the building with paint on. That's right. This has been primed and painted already. If you cut this wall out and sell it to someone, I guarantee you they can use it. They'll have loans backed by paint drying walls here right after their Bitcoin machine backed loans. That's right. This is bankrupt crypto lending firm BlockFi, who is essentially scraping up everything that they can that's not nailed down, that they can say as a, it's basically a big ass yard sale, essentially. They reportedly have planned to sell off $160 million in loans backed by around 68,000 Bitcoin mining machines as part of bankruptcy proceedings. So really quick, the biggest issue with this is how we've actually already spoken about in the past with Terra Luna, Duquan, or even FTX, where they literally take customer funds. Duquan use it on Bitcoin, Terra use it on Robinhood shares and real estate and stuff. But now you got BlockFi, who has went bankrupt, trying to convince people that you can get a loan backed not by Bitcoin, not by real estate or Robinhood, but backed by Bitcoin mining machines. People, if there was a bad ideal fairy or a list of bad ideals and we could rank them from 1 to 1,000,000, this would be the top 5 for sure. All right, here's the deal. Not only is it very difficult to back anything by Bitcoin, like tether it to Bitcoin because it's volatile as far as tokens and stuff, it's incredibly hard to tether a loan of this magnitude to Bitcoin mining machines, especially as the mining machines keep becoming more efficient year after year, thanks to Jahan Wu and those ant miners over there. So already, if you were even to make this deal, by the time the last one actually shipped to you, you probably would need to actually upgrade the mining machine. So first and foremost, I think that's a bad bet. And then secondly, you're saying that's if any of the mining machines don't go down, which they will, which means you'll need technical mechanics and all this other stuff for people to actually work on them, which would be more than the 160 million itself. And then not to mention, like, what if mining changes? What if the way we're mining changes again? What if an upgrade happens? All of this becomes basically worthless. So again, this is a Bloomberg report. 2 people familiar with the matter is claiming that BlockFi started the process of selling out off the loans last year, so a few weeks ago, and that's after they declared bankruptcy. I don't know. I'm not taking a loan from a bankrupt company that's being backed by a machine that they can't make money on themselves. What are your thoughts on this? This is crazy to me. Bitcoin backed mining machine loans.
Yeah, well, crypto lawyer Harrison Dale actually stated if the Bitcoin mining equipment used as collateral is worth less than the value of the loans are not worth their paper value anymore to BlockFi. He says that the people bidding for the debts are likely to be debt collection businesses buying for cents on the dollar. And I don't blame them because if you can get some mining machines for, 80% off, just because they
now
really
that makes
some quick
sense.
cash,
Now that makes sense
for them. Yeah. So he said that selling the debt is likely all that the administrators for BlockFi can salvage for these assets. So I mean, they down bad at this
Damn.
point. Selling,
bro, I'm trying to laugh. I'm trying to laugh.
Yeah, that's when you down bad. You selling the furniture.
Hey,
you
hold on. Hey,
sell the dog and the cat.
Hey, I got this water bottle. Hold on, everybody. Hey, we like rocks, don't you? Who likes rocks? That's right. This is a Citrine. People, Citrine. This is go good.
I give you $3. Yeah.
Hold on. I got my last 2 phones.
Exactly, but they selling everything right now. Good gracious. They selling everything but the chairs themselves. So yeah, they have to sell these to get out of it a little bit.
Damn, boy. Shit was all good just a week ago.
Yeah, it was until I saw that lawyer at Consensus and she kept telling me it was over. That's when I was like, it doesn't sound too good. But they did have $239 million of his own crypto assets to cover the bankruptcy expenses, and 70% of their staff lost their jobs. So it sucks that this had to happen to BlockFi, but just like the other exchanges, whenever you have a rehypothecation or if you have a liquidity problem on the back end, or you trust people like Sam Bankman-Fried, that's how you get messed up out here. Because it's crazy to me how many companies trusted them. That's how we tell you the herd mentality. It's not just retail. It's businesses too. Most of them don't have an original thought in their brain. Trust me, I've consulted enough of them where I've said stuff that me and King talk about on a daily. And they're like, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. And I'm like, you didn't think about that? And y'all got $200 million? How are we even having this conversation right now? So it's part of the game. And hopefully people are learning from this bear market. It only gets worse as we go forward because it's going to be more sell-offs. It's going to be more people trying to get back creditors. Now that you got DCG under fire, it's just going to be more and more.
Jake Fever said, y'all think we're going to see any crypto Super Bowl commercials this year?
I hope we do.
I think we'll get one. But I'm trying to think who has the money? Crypto.com and Coinbase are only 2 that have the money to one. And I will say there's still a strong possibility we will, because months ago, I already remember I was telling you all there's about to be like reality shows that's in the wind right now, TV shows, commercials, like all for crypto and stuff. They've already started filming all this stuff. So I can tell you for a fact there are Super Bowl commercials for crypto already prepared to go this year. If they actually run them, we will see. I'm not sure how the business and deals go. They could, because you could, the way it works as far as creating it, you create some of this content before you actually get a placement. So months ago they put out all this stuff on the websites, whatever, for all the actors and everything to create the content. So I know for a fact the content is being created, but to actually get a spot for the Super Bowl and all that, like you can back out of that if you haven't signed that contract all the way damn near up to the Super Bowl. It's still a TV spot. So I'm not sure they're going to run them, but I know they've done something like this past year for the Super Bowl already for a fact. So we'll see if they actually run it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be amazing to see crypto commercials and all of them basically shitting on SBF. It's like, we're not FTX.
Right.
That's
taking a turn.
Because, you know, it turns in people's stomach when they see crypto commercials. Bitcoiners as well as regular people. So you're going to have to come up with something creative, something funny.
All right. And last but not least, we got to get out of here. Really quick question for you. They're saying that earlier this week, BlockFi petitioned the court in the January 23rd declaration to release funds to allow bonuses for key employees in a bid to retain them amid the Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings. BlockFi's chief people officer, Megan Crowell, told the court that without financial incentives, it's unlikely the company will be able to retain its employees. So essentially what's happening is the high-level staff, they're like, if y'all don't keep paying me and give us our bonus we as promised, we're not going to do no bankruptcy work and we're just going to leave. What are your thoughts on this? Should they get a bonus, these key employees, which of course we know to be golden parachutes for the C-suite, or should we say, no, fuck them. Y'all was a part of the problem. Y'all lost out. Quit. Why don't you quit? In fact, while they talking about bonuses, they should the court should petition back and say, no, if you quit, we'll send your ass to jail. You're going to see this through. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, in a perfect world, yeah, but in this world, which is not, they always get the they always get the golden parachutes, and they do have the leverage. They can basically say, "Hey, without these employees, we can't pay back creditors. So, what do you want? You want to pay a few employees and get back creditors, or do you not?" So, you're right. They have the leverage. That's why they do it. And of course, these are the real gangsters, the lawyers and the high level people. When everything goes to shit, they still getting paid. Everybody else get fired. 70% of the staff gone. Everything bankrupt. Hey, I still need my $2 million y'all promised me. And the lawyer's gonna come in and say it's $5,000 an hour to do y'all's bankruptcy proceedings, because that's what they did with FTX. That dude that went to with the Congress to testify, he was like, "Yeah, we're still working on it, blah blah blah." My firm, and he's getting paid, I think, like $3,000 an hour right now. So he's gonna walk away with money, and he didn't have nothing to do with FTX at all. All he has to do is go there, clean it up for the court so they can proceed. So those are real gangsters. They come through and clean it up.
I can only see them smoking a cigar like, weren't you involved in FTX? No, I wasn't involved, but got my money.
Exactly.
All right, that's the show. That is the show for today. Bitcoin says, you have any announcements?
No announcements. Jump on the Discord for everybody that's joining. Seeing a lot of new faces on there. Some great conversations. So yeah, definitely make sure you get on the Discord.
All right, smash that like and share, folks, and we will see you all tomorrow with some more crypto.